Hey guys, it's me, Tate. Welcome back to another video. So today what I have in front of me right now is a process video of me making thumbnails. And the reason why I sort of wanted to talk about the topic of thumbnailing is because it's one of the most simplest thing you can do, but probably one of the most important practices you can do. It doesn't take so much time, but you can learn a lot from it. Or you can learn a lot about yourself as an artist, or in this case myself, about how you do these artwork. So without further ado, let's dive into it. So first things first, I have to make a column, and I was also testing a brush so you can see that squiggly line. I had like 8 columns to work with, and the idea I had in my head here was like a outside bunker with system, like wiring system and satellite system going on. So as you can see, there is that satellite stuff going on up there. So that was the premise, the initial start of it. So here's another design with the trees and the bunker. This was inspired by actual US abandoned bunkers. So that's why there's a lot of trees. It doesn't look like trees because, I'm not good at drawing trees, better at painting it. But that is one example of what you can learn from doing thumbnail sketches. You learn how bad you are at certain things. And then I moved on. Okay, well, this thing is for my story that I'm starting to develop. So remember, if you don't remember, watch the previous video of my character designing process. You can find a video of me transforming a character, which in that sense, she was redesigned to become a military soldier. So that's why I was doing these combatant things. But then I was also thinking in my head that I want to do something a little bit more futuristic, more technology based, while also incorporating a level of magic. So in my head, okay, well, I wanted to add something that is related to technology. So what I did was I created one of those pyramid-looking things from Blade Runner. Yeah, well, in this case, it's stealing ideas, but I didn't exactly copy it. So it's not copying, it's stealing ideas, but it's entirely the same. There's a reason why I wanted to use a triangle. Not because it looks cool, but because triangles are symbols of power. So the triangles were added here. And, initial sketches, not much detail. And then I realized, I want to add lights because, you gotta add more lights and contrast. It looks really nice. So, I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit. So you see how there's the contrast within the value scale is really important, and that is one thing that I think you can learn from doing thumbnails. You learn how to use colors, or you learn how to use the right values. And I'm not saying I'm a professional at this. My value sketches are completely garbage at this point, but I can learn from doing this that I need to improve my value scales. So the other scene, the other bottom 4, I guess, is the left one is a merging between the mage area and the sort of like the tech area, and so you can sort of see the trees. And I also changed the background color to gray because it made the process a lot more easier. So this one is outside the mage area. Well, initially the mage area was a civilized, normal human technology part, but over time there's this sort of segregation between people. Right, this is all in my head, by the way, that the technology people and the anti-technology people sort of like part ways, and people who are anti-technology sort of live in this abandoned place because they don't really have that much technology to support their lives. So these are the things that I have here. Overall, I think the abandoned areas, I'm more like this one. I think I'm pretty good at it. I think it's because I was already used to doing landscape, so I sort of understood how colors work. So as further it goes, it's slightly lighter because there's the air atmosphere, and the closer it is, the more clear and the more clarity it has for these objects. So afterwards, I was just playing around with brushes, and I decided, okay, I need more designs. So I created 4 more. The last 4 rows sort of ended up not being used because I couldn't push myself to do more. Which is also another important thing from doing thumbnails, is that you should be able to sort of push yourself into doing more. So it pushes your creative boundaries that you have. So that is one of the other things that is really important when it comes to thumbnail sketching. It pushes you it pushes your creative boundaries. So the other designs here, I also touch up on previous designs. This one's like a top view of the hustling city from the technology side, and this is like the morning view. Like it's in the morning where there's no lights and whatsoever. So that's something that I added as well. And the last one is sort of like a nighttime for the non-technology world, which is right there. So that is pretty much the end of the progress here. There's not much in terms of like what I have here, except for the fact that it's just a different scene and different thumbnails. But I just want to use this moment to sort of mention the importance of doing thumbnail sketches. I think throughout the video I sort of point out the importance, but I'm just going to summarize nicely at the end that the 3 things I need to know from doing thumbnail sketches are: 1, you learn about yourself, that you learn what you're good at, what you're bad at, what you need to work on. 2nd is that it pushes your creative boundary, where the more draft you do, the more creative boundary you're trying to push. Like you're trying to make different angles, different designs, a different composition. So it allows you to push creative boundaries more if you do it in loads, or if you do it in like sets. And the 3rd one, I still have not mentioned it yet, or maybe I might have, is that it allows you to practice sketching fast. Why is this important? Well, to an extent it's not really important when you're still learning, but it's a good skill to have, to be able to sketch as fast as you can. Because you're going to spend a lot of time doing painting and creating new design. So the faster you can do these things, the faster you can produce new ideas and new concepts. So in foundational aspect, this is why thumbnail sketching is really useful and it's really important. So if you liked that video, leave a like. If you didn't, or for some reason I might have said something wrong, please let me know down in the comments below, because that is important. I'm here to learn, so teach me please. Anyways, if you would like to join and follow my journey to become a living, breathing artist, then consider subscribing. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.